What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I hope you guys are going out there and crushing it. Today, I want to shoot a video that I have been wanting to shoot for a while, and that is the importance of having a great relationship with yourself. And it is super important by having a great relationship with yourself, by raising your high vibration energy and staying present to the moment. And I'll get to that in a little bit on what I mean by that. But we live in a world now where there are tons of social conditioning going on. And what is social conditioning? It is pretty much us trending a certain way because of what is surrounding us, based on social media, based on media, that we have to act a certain way, or we have to dress a certain way, or we have to have a certain item to fit into a certain type of community. And it is killing us because it is what ultimately that does is that it slowly creates negative thoughts into our heads, and negative thoughts creates stress. Okay, it's negative and it creates stress. It's a bummer because an average person will have about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day, and 80% of those thoughts are negative, which is ultimately having a very negative impact on us as humans to try to motivate us to be better, which is a big bummer because we always question ourselves that we don't look good enough, we are not good enough, or especially in the dating world, when you don't see yourself as high value enough, you're not going to do as well in the dating game. It is incredibly important that you are a priority, meaning that you have to set boundaries. You have to know what you like and what you don't like, which is extremely important. Now, I want to talk about having high vibration energy and what exactly is a high vibration energy. But before I dive into high vibration energy, I need to touch on low vibration energy. Low vibration energy is a lot of I'll be happy when, right? I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when I get that. I'll be happy when I achieve this, when I achieve this job. And let me tell you, a long time ago, probably about 5 years ago, I dated this beautiful model. Okay, she was gorgeous. She worked close to where I was, and we met up and we started going out. And unfortunately, on the front end, she's a gorgeous looking girl, and a lot of guys would hop onto this type of girl because she's gorgeous. She looks really good, really attractive. But at the same time, there's other things that were just hurting our relationship, and that is that she only calls me when she needs me to do something, or she's not appreciative when I do things for her, or she doesn't really give me the respect that I deserve. And ultimately, that is a slow poison dripping that slowly ate me away. And it only lasted about 3 weeks. But in the end of the day, that's when I realized that I was actually more happy when I was single than being with this girl, even though this girl was super good looking. Okay, so that was a learning lesson for me. Once you achieve something, usually with that I be happy when mindset, there's always going to be something else that's going to be better, and you're going to want that instead. And once you achieve that, you're going to want something else instead, and just a never-ending cycle. And it's just going to eat you alive, because it's pretty much exactly like seeking validation, where you get it, you lose it, you get it, you lose it, you get it, you lose it, right? It's an addiction, it's a drug, it's this type of frenetic energy, and you always need it to keep it going. So how exactly does a low vibration energy look like? Low vibration energy is pretty much you're very tense, and you have to push other people to move yourself up, and you are trying to show the world that you're the best and that everyone has to see it. And ultimately, what that does is it pumps up your ego. That's an example of low vibration energy. Now, how does a high vibration energy look like? High vibration energy is very different. Rather than being tense, you're very loose. You are playful, you are expanding, you are learning, you are doing good deeds without telling people about it. And I've said this in previous videos about that, how important that is, to give, to share, keep things light, playful. Don't take things too seriously. These are examples of high vibration energy. And having this as one of the key factors to having to seeing self-value and having self-worth and expanding your self-love. Okay? It is extremely important to stay present to the moment. and tap into the abundance mindset and not into the scarcity mindset. Because having a strong relationship with yourself is pretty much like a base. Okay, it is pretty much a base. It is the spine, it is the foundation. Without it, you can't have a good relationship with other people. Okay, without a strong relationship with yourself, you're not going to have a great relationship with other people. You're not going to have your life put together, and your health could deteriorate as well. You have to love yourself, and you have to put yourself as a first priority. But I don't mean that in a selfish way where you have to put down others to put yourself up. What I mean by that is that you gotta do things for you. You gotta find your life purpose. You gotta do what you want to do, and whether what people tells you you can do it or you can't do it, if you want to do it, go do it. Okay. This is a good example too, making a YouTube channel. A lot of people, when I told them about I'm gonna make a dating channel, they're like, what the heck? I don't think that's gonna turn out very well, but I don't really care what they say. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I want to do it, and I'm gonna continue doing it because I enjoy doing it. What I mean by putting yourself as a first priority is that you must respect yourself. If you do things for other people all the time, you become a people pleaser. And that's not something in the dating world that girls like. They don't want someone who is bent over backwards being that nice guy, because it is technically a manipulative tactic to getting what you want, but in the end, it's just gonna backfire on you. So I want you guys to ask yourself this question. Do you love yourself or not? If you love yourself, that's amazing. Keep it up, keep it going. But if you don't, you know that you need to work on some stuff, and I'll get to some stuff later on how you can actually, what might help you to improve yourself on having create more self-love. But in terms of the dating world, and I want to get back more on topic about the dating stuff. And I have seen a lot of guys on the field when they're doing the dating that they chase the girl too much. They're chasing even the girl when they don't really like the guy. They keep chasing them, and what that does is actually slowly lowering your value each time. If you really respect yourself, you really love yourself, you wouldn't care. You already know you are amazing. Whether you have this girl or not, and you don't have to seek validation, you're happy regardless of whether you have this girl or not. And that's where you need to get your mind at, that you are valuable and that you don't really need this girl in your life or not. If she doesn't like you, that doesn't matter. There's a lot of girls, you can move on to the next one. But I know some people they tell me, oh, but this person checks all the boxes. She is the dream of my life, blah, blah, blah. But in the end of the day, one of the most important things is that she has to like you, okay? If she doesn't like you, can you imagine spending the rest of your life, a marriage, or even in a relationship with this person that doesn't even like you back? That would suck, trust me. You don't ever want to do that. You can never force someone to like you. Yeah, it has to happen naturally between you. She has to like you and you have to like her, and that's how you guys can form a stronger relationship. Let me tell you a story. Long time ago, not that long ago, but maybe 2 years ago, I went on a solo trip. I went on a trip by myself to Jasper, which is up in the mountains, close, about 4 hours drive from where I live here. But that was probably one of the best times of my life. And I'd say that this is literally the best time of my life because I get to meet tourists. I get to meet a whole bunch of new people that I have never met before. And that was the first time where I actually felt free. I could do wherever I want. Everything was on my own schedule. I could do whichever hike I want, anything I wanted. And it was awesome because if you have the ability to do things on your own, you're miles ahead, because a lot of people, they rely on other people to do things. And that just shows that you're not self-sufficient. And in this world, you need to be self-sufficient in order to be successful. And it's one of the pathways to lead to self-love, because in the end of the day, you will always have you 100% of the time. That's when I realized that I have a friend 100% of the time, and that is me. I don't need to rely on someone else, and I will always have someone on my back. That's what I realized that day, and it is extremely, extremely important. So that was what I do suggest, is that if you have the means and you can do this, go somewhere like you have never been to by yourself. It will change your life. Trust me on that. Or go on a trip. I know it's kind of tough right now with the whole situation going on right now, but it is important that you go somewhere new by yourself. And that's one of the first tips. And the second one, I know this is about respecting yourself and this is about you, but you can't spend your whole life by yourself all the time. And in the end of the day, us as humans are social creatures and we need to socialize with people. And this is where it is extremely important to have great friends. And it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. I don't care if you have 100, 200, 500 friends. I care about you have a small group that will have your back and you have their back regardless. You're gonna have these friendships for your lifetime. And the third point is that have a hobby, find hobbies, right? Even doing this is taking out time and it's great because it keeps me busy and gives me a time to be needy with girls or whatever. Actually, I'm in a relationship too, so that keeps me busy as well. So, but at the same time, during my relationship, I'm not that needy because I'm so busy doing my own things. I have other things that I want to do. And then it gives me a great amount of time to segregate time between different people, whether it's with friends, whether it's with my girlfriend, or whether it is to do my own hobbies. It is extremely important to have hobbies. Doing things that you like to do, defining your own purpose, doing things that you like to do. Extremely, extremely important. And lastly, doing any little things. It doesn't even need to be the big thing. I know I talk about going out on your own trip, but at the same time, you can just go out to where I'm at right now. I'm at McDonald's. I'm gonna go get a coffee. In the end of the day, like doing little things, treat yourself. You know, go for a coffee. Go get an ice cream. Go for walks. Go play Pokemon Go and catch some Pokemon. Doing things on little things. It doesn't need to be extravagant. Just needs to be doing little things. And what that will ultimately do is all this stuff is gonna help you self-discover. It's going to help you self-discover what you like and what you don't like, and how you are and what you are good at and what you're not good at. And that is why it is so important to have good friends, because in the end of the day, they are going to be the ones that are going to tell you what you're good at and what you're not good at. And it's extremely important to have good friends because the good ones are going to tell you what you're not good at, giving you constructive criticism that it will eventually create growth, which is extremely important. This is never an ending process. It's never an result. It is a process. And I have a lot of things that I need to work on for the future to get better, to get much better. And I know there are certain things that I need to work on. But if I compare myself to how I was like 7 to 10 years ago, man, have I grown in terms of self-respect. I love in terms of having inner confidence and having actually self-worth and having self-value. It is impeccable to what it used to be 7 to 10 years ago when I was a very shy kid and I did always look for validation and always seek that frenetic energy of making me happy. I don't require that anymore. And for most of it, I am self-sufficient and I am happy with where I'm at, and I know it is a process and that I could be better as well. Let me ask you this question. What can you do today that could create more self-love, to respect yourself more? And if you are on the path of doing that, fantastic, great for you. But if you're not, you need to work on some stuff. Try going out on doing stuff on yourself, and trust me, don't have to rely on other people to do things for you. Try to do things more on your own, and it's ultimately going to create self-discovery. It's going to create self-worth. Trust me on this. But that's all I got for you today. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is very cold outside, which is why I'm filming in the car. But I'm glad that you bared with me this far in this video, but I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys next week. Later. Peace.